Welcome to Logical Motivation Store. My name is Herbert, and today I just want to talk about the times we live in. Okay, these are strange times, really. The global pandemic of COVID-19, people having to stay at home, to social distance. So these are things that we really need to practice to always keep on our masks. Mine is on the side here, and one reality I realized as we were going through the lockdown this period, at least here in Uganda, is that we have had to do a lot of social adjustments. What do I mean by that? For the first time, we woke up to the reality of children having to stay at home and not go to school, candidate students at the universities, in tertiary institutions, in primary, in secondary. Then the other thing that was strange was that the schools are really trying their level best. So kudos to the teachers who are really trying their level best. And then you realize you wake up to a world where you have to use and apply all kinds of applications that you've never heard of. Some people have never heard of Zoom, others have never heard of Microsoft Teams, so many programs, you know. And I think that really kind of triggered the thought process that I'm going to talk about very briefly. That if you look at today's world, it's not exactly what was happening 50, 100 years ago. I think today the world is so connected and interconnected in ways that we never imagined. But I think it's also very important for us to take advantage of this, okay? Especially here in the developing countries. Yes, we have to struggle with the idea that technology is advancing so fast. We do not have the proper infrastructure. Some countries now are talking of 5G. In Uganda, we are at 3G. We have to cope up. We have to think about the speed. We have to think about the infrastructure of internet and connectivity, and even the funds and the support to run this kind of reality. But let's not also forget that technology has also advanced in such a way that it has become cheaper, that when you move, especially in urban centers, you'll find many young people with smartphones. So with a phone nowadays, you can do so many things. But interesting enough, when you meet a lot of young people, you'll see them with all kinds of softwares. They'll have all kinds of programs. Of course, we all know the WhatsApp. Then we have LinkedIn. There is TikTok. Then we have Twitter. Then we have Facebook, Instagram, all these apps, YouTube, Snapchat. And then we have the search engine. So many search engines, but at least the one that we commonly talk about is Google. Okay? So for me, what I want to challenge you to think about is, how am I taking advantage of all this technology and the technology advancements that we have? Because if you look at the search engines and you look at Google, for example, there is so much information that you can access. This information can make you a better person. This information can make you more skilled. It can give you a lot of ideas. You can do a lot of reading, which wasn't the case in the past. I remember when I was going in primary and when I was going in secondary school, we only had access to books that were in our library. That was as far as you could get. Today, you find endless amounts of resources online, and most of these are free. So we cannot claim anymore to say that we are in the dark, we are not informed, we are less informed, we don't have advantages. In fact, all this technology has given us a lot of advantages. And all we need to do is to take advantage of this and make the best use of it. So thinking about that, I would think, for example, if you have like 1 GB of data and you're a young person, use half of that money, use half of that data, and learn something, learn a skill, you know. When you go to YouTube nowadays, there is the do-it-yourself series. You can Google anything, you can put anything in YouTube as a DIY, and you'll find endless episodes on that. So I would really encourage you, especially here in developing countries, that as we take advantage of all this technology, let's not only concentrate on the fun stuff, the entertainment, and that's good. And I think it's good for you to relax, to have fun, to see different kinds of culture, humors and the like. But also look at what other people are doing. Look at the kind of information you can learn. Look at the skills that you can adopt. all on the World Wide Web. So I'm thinking, if you really need to arm yourself with information to become a smarter person, to arm yourself with a skill, it's all there. All you need to do is get on the search engine, go and search it, and you will find it. If you want to read about the world, if you want to read about science, if you want to read about poetry, everything is there and it's free access. You can get it. You're only cut off by data, which I'm sure if you think smartly, you can get some data to do that. So I think we're at a point where we need to take advantage of this technology and we need to take advantage of this infrastructure that has been given to us, so that it can make us better, it can make us more resourceful people, but at the same time, it can teach us to find better ways, innovative ways to do things. Thanks for watching.